meal prep with me for my baby. So today I'm going to be showing you how I make my baby's favorite food, applesauce, and she loves this stuff. She goes through it so quickly. I have to make a batch like every week, so I figured I'd show you how I make it, and hopefully your baby will love it too. So I start off by just peeling my apples. I generally prefer to peel the apples because I just think it helps with the consistency. I'm using organic apples, so I don't necessarily need to peel the skin, but it's just a preference of mine because it helps with the consistency later on when we finish cooking and blending it. If you are using non-organic apples, I would definitely recommend peeling your apples because sometimes apples can have a lot of pesticides on them and you don't really want that getting into your baby's food from on the skin. So definitely peel your non-organic apples. Once my apple is peeled, I cut it into quarters and remove the core. Once the core is removed, I just chop it into these nice little cubes. The cubes just help to quicken the cooking process, and it's definitely way easier to blend this way later down in the process. So we're just going to take our little cubes and we're going to put them into a bowl, and then we're going to head over to the stove. Please excuse the look on my face. I was concentrating trying to record and cook at the same time. I'm so new to this, so I'm really sorry. But you're going to take a little bit of unsalted butter and you're going to put it in your pot, just let it melt down, and then you're adding your apple cubes and you're gonna give that a nice little stir. I'm adding a little bit of cinnamon. That actually was a lot, but a little less than that. If your baby eats salt, you can use salted butter, but I emphasize use butter. You're using butter, not margarine. It is not the same thing. Don't be confused. So then you're adding just a little bit of water, just enough to just cover the apples, just like this, and give it a good stir, and then we're going to cover the pot. You're going to let this simmer for like about 10 minutes. Keep checking it because it burns really quickly. There I am saying that this smells absolutely amazing, and it does. Your house will smell so good when you're making this. So here I'm just putting it in a glass bowl to cool. You don't want to be blending hot liquids, not a good idea. You'd notice it has quite a bit of liquid in it as well. That is to help the blending process because my blender does not work very well. So while my applesauce was cooling, my baby woke up just in time. So here she is, just saying hi. Okay, that was a nice little break. Time to get back to cooking. So I'm just transferring the unblended applesauce into the blender and we're gonna blend, and you will notice that it blends pretty easily, and that's because of the liquid. You can add less liquid if you want, if you have a better blender, but mine I personally like to put it into a measuring cup because it makes it easier to pour into my silicone mold, but that's completely up to you. You can either pour it just like this, or you can use a spoon and just spoon it in. I know we all saw how much water was left in that, right? And look at how thick this turned out. So just be wary of the amount of water that you're adding. Eventually I gave up and just used a spoon to put it in because it was getting really messy with the measuring cup. Well, there you have it, guys. Here's our applesauce completed. I'm gonna pop it into the freezer and I'll have it for whenever my baby is ready for it. Look out for part 2 to see how I turn the same apple mixture into popsicles. Okay, bye!